Hey, what's up guys? Welcome to this new video tutorial. Well, last week you had a little you had trouble with the homework. I know it's really complicated. It takes time. Well, actually, a homework is simple, but it takes time because you have to use the pen tool. This week you're gonna keep on learning how to do logos in Illustrator. That's basically the main function of Adobe Illustrator, creating logos. So this week you're gonna learn how to create the Claro logo. I'm gonna open my Illustrator here. I have the example here. Look, I download this image from Google, and this one's the one I did. You can see it's really simple. It's just a circle. I'm gonna move the circle. It's just a circle with a small gradient at the edges. This effect here that is gives the glassy look here. It's just a gradient. It's a semicircle with a white gradient, and this one is another semicircle with a white gradient with a blur. So you can see it's really simple. The logo is basically looks really cool and it's really simple. So we're gonna start working with this. I'm gonna open a new document. This time I'm gonna use 800 times 600. That's like the default. I'm gonna use this one here. I'm gonna copy it. Okay. The first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna create a circle. So we create a circle. Remember, for creating proportional circles, you're gonna press and hold the shift key in your keyboard. So there's my circle. Later we have to apply a gradient. We open our gradient window here, or well, if you don't have it, you go to window and you click on gradient. So now you're gonna have it. I'm gonna use the first one and just click on it, but this one's not the one we want. We're gonna change it to radial. I'm gonna start changing our colors. Okay, the colors we're gonna use here, I'm gonna click this image. I'm gonna use the drop tool, and I'm gonna take this. You can see now I have the color. I take a pixel of the image, the example image. I double click on this, and you're gonna see this is our code. In this case, I'm gonna change it because I already know the color. Actually, I didn't get the real one. It's 188.00. Okay, for the ones that doesn't know what this means, this is the combination of colors. As you learn in Artes Plásticas with Miss Borjas, you learn that every color is a combination between red, green, and yellow, right? In this case here in our computers, the combination is between red, green, and blue. In this case, we don't have yellow. The yellow colors are here, but right now we're working with RGB. Is red, green, blue. So my color is 188 red, 0 green, and 0 blue. So I do that with my arrow tool. I'm gonna select it. I go to gradient. I'm gonna change this color. I need to change this. Let's see, I'm gonna use another one. This one's in black and white. I need to change it. That's why it's if you have this trouble I have right now that present to me right now, you double click on the icon, and this is because you have it in grayscale, so you have to change it here. We change it to RGB. Now we have it. So we place in red 188, in green 0, and in blue 0. Now you're gonna see a difference. Okay, for this one is not actually a black color. It's not a black. Actually, is I'm gonna change it to RGB. Actually, is a red, but with a darker tone. I'm gonna change it here. Okay, for creating this effect at the edge, I need to like contract the gradient. For that, I have this tool here, this icon, this with diamond. I can contract my gradient. You can see there looks better. It's better. Looks nice. Okay, our first step is ready. We create our circle. Create another gradient. Now we have to create that glassy effect we have here. For that I use a circle, white color, a small circle here. I place it right here. And what I'm gonna use here is, what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna cut the circle in half. How do I cut the circle? Well, you learned it last week with the busca trazo. No, I think it was before the last week. So you learn how to do it with the pathfinder. So I'm gonna do a rectangle in front. Oops, what I did here. I do a rectangle. I'm gonna change this to white. This one's white and yellow. Okay, what I'm gonna do is use the rectangle to cut my circle. What I do here is I use the busca trazo pathfinder. I'm gonna use the option minus front. Is this one here. Click on it and you can see now I have my half circle. Okay, next step, we're gonna apply a gradient to this shape here. If you click here on the gradient, you're gonna see you have some options here. Well, actually I don't have the one I want. Let's see here. No, I don't have it. So I'm gonna use this one as an example. When I erase this, what I have to do here is apply a white. On this white, the opacity is 100. Later another white here, and this white, the opacity is 0. You can see my gradient is looking this way, so I need to change the angle. I change it to 90. See how it looks? It's the other way. So I'm going to change to minus 90. That looks better. Okay, you can see that our shape here doesn't look that good. Well, it looks good, but I think we can make it look better. So we're gonna click on it, and we're gonna select this option for gradient. And you're gonna see you have this small bar here. This is the control tool for the gradient. With this you can move the gradient, you can make it larger, you can play with this. Well, we're gonna play with this so we can add that effect here. Sorry for that. This is pure practice, guys. This is pure practice. Let's see how it looks. When I fix it like this, no, too much. Small fixture. Let's see how it looks. I think it looks better. Okay, that looks good. Okay, next step, the one down here. We're gonna use the same one here. We're gonna create a copy. You can see that if we right click, we don't have the option here for the copy. Not like in other programs. For creating a copy, well, I think we have the option here in addition, copy and paste. We have it here. The other way is we press and hold Alt, the Alt key in the keyboard. We press and hold, and we simply press any arrow to move it. You can see there I created. I'm gonna turn this upside down. I'm gonna place it here, and the next step here is we're gonna create a blur, a Gaussian blur. So we're gonna go to Effect, click on Blur, Gaussian blur. Here, well, your choice, how many pixels you want to apply. I'm gonna apply 20 to see. It looks good. I'm gonna move it a little bit. Let's move a little bit the gradient here. Looks good. Okay, we're almost done here. I think I have to fix this. I really don't like how it looks. Okay, that looks better. Okay, we're almost done. Next step, we create this one down here. Actually, another circle. So circle is color gray, and it has a Gaussian blur. So blur, Gaussian blur. This one you can apply, well, I think 20 is fine. Okay, you're gonna see that this is not that dark as this one. So we have to create copies. We go addition, copy, paste, and we place it on top. You're gonna see it getting darker. So copy, paste, and press it on top. And you can see we have it here. The other option, in this case, we apply a gradient like this one I did here. This just, I'm showing you more options, guys. So gradient, I changed this to I did here. Change it to a dark, and you have that effect. And there I have it. Next step, we write a text. It's really simple. Well, I think the text is the simplest part. This one, the font is Arial. Arial, where I have it here. Arial. The size, I'm not sure what size. I'm just filling it here. I think this one is, I'll change it to white. Is Arial rounded? Let's see. No. So it's Arial bold. Well, I'm gonna use this one. Arial bold. I'll close my tools here. Okay. Where are my tools? Okay, so next step, we create these rectangles here in our white size. Well, where's my color? My white. Okay, what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna create a copy. I'm gonna right click on an edge. I'm gonna click transform, rotate. I'm gonna apply a 90 degrees rotation. This one, and create another copy. Right click, transform, rotate, and this one is -45. That is so we can have a perfect rotations. So you can see it's perfect. Next step, down the text, this text. This one is gray, and the size, your choice. Okay, there is it. We finished. You can see we did the Claro logo. Is really simple. We just create a circle with a gradient, and we add some other half circles, semicircles with a gradient tool, a fade to white, and a blur effect. So that's all for this week, guys. I hope you enjoy working on this, and please try to do it the better you can. That's all for this week, guys. See you online.